Hi, this is a testimony for my uncle and auntie who are based in France, in Paris. My uncle had a very serious condition as he is in his 80s, my auntie's in her 70s. My uncle had a problem where he could not eat solids for a long period of time. So I believe this has gone on for months. He kept getting blockages in his throat, so he literally only went down to mashed up sort of baby food, liquid type foods, and what happened was this had a knock-on effect because he was losing weight, so he lost in excess of 12 kilos over a period of time. Also, with the not being able to eat was because when he was trying to eat he was choking because the food was getting stuck. It was not actually going down, so he was in and out of hospital having tests on a regular basis to see what was going on. The doctors couldn't solve the problem. He was always in and always out, so that was one of the main problems that he had. But this was on top of another problem which was ongoing, and he had this problem for a while, which was a low heartbeat rate. So his heart was beating at a low rate, which was then having an effect on him as he was collapsing. So my auntie had been there on a number of occasions where he had collapsed, where he literally passes out because of the heart rate beating so low. Again, so this was another problem and another issue that was ongoing, where he was in and out of hospital trying to get this resolved, and they couldn't. So what they were saying was the doctors over there and his wife felt that he didn't have long to go, because with the choking and not being able to eat, and on top of that the heart problem, it looked like he was on his way out. And this was definitely the case. I mean, with his family they could see that. I mean, we thought exactly the same, that it looked like he was on his way out. And they became very reclusive. They didn't really start mixing with people anymore, so the group of people had become very small, and they were not like that before. They used to mix with everybody. So then the Divine Clinics got involved, and the Sheikh came along and literally changed their lives, changed their lives extremely quickly. As soon as the Sheikh started the cleansing, the following day my auntie said she noticed there was a lightness, heaviness had gone. So they could not feel the heaviness, and that same day my uncle was starting to eat a little bit more than he was before, and this was only 24 hours later. I spoke to my auntie again recently, so this was yesterday, so this was now just a few weeks into the cleanse, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. My uncle is actually eating bread and other bits. He hasn't gone on to complete solids, but he's gone on to bread, and he could not eat anything like that in the past. It was all sort of baby food type stuff. So he's now started to move forward with eating. When I spoke to him on the phone just after the cleanse, he was very happy. I could hear it in his voice. He knew something had happened. He could feel something had happened, and he was so happy. He was watching the football with joy, happiness. And now, as I just said, after these few weeks, there's been no collapsing. The heart is beating as per normal, which is incredible. But that's what I expected from the Divine Clinics. Whatever they put their hands into, literally it works. Absolutely anything. So his heart's beating fine. He's eating again. He's gradually starting to put on weight again, and they do not feel so reclusive. My auntie felt for herself, like over a long period of time, she felt like she was dragging along another body. She was always heavy. Heaviness that carried around with her all the time, and she also separately felt very tired for no reason regularly. And this is happening before my uncle was even ill. She now feels like that body she was carrying around, or that heaviness she was carrying around, has gone. So anything that was weighing her down has gone. The house is brighter. They both seem extremely happy, and they look like they're going to move forward. They gave enormous thanks to what the Sheikh has done, what the Divine Clinics have done. Something they couldn't believe. They just simply couldn't believe it. They didn't think it was possible. I knew from my own experience with the Divine Clinics, as I said, anything's possible with not just clearing a house or cleansing, but any health related issue. I've seen them deal with an array of issues. And in the future, my uncle and auntie will see more changes, because that's exactly what happened to us. Over a long period, they will see changes, and they should see them on a weekly basis, and it should keep going, and they should be extremely happy. They're actually, once they get to a point, they will feel better now than they did before they ever became ill. What I would also say is, with the Divine Clinics, you take a very small step towards them, and they will take a giant leap towards you. Thank you very much for listening.